Welcome to Nerd on Nerd with me, Jack Kempster.
And me, Liam Underwood.
Did you swallow in the middle of that?
Yeah, I'm eating an ice lolly because it's so hot.
Do you want to try it again?
No, it's fine, I'll be done soon. In this episode, we're going to be talking about Sunstone Volume 1. But before we get to that, it's time for catching up with Jack and Liam, and Jack's going to tell you what he's been up to while Liam finishes his ice lolly.
Well, Liam, I came to visit you.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
Yeah.
And we had all sorts of exciting fun.
What happened?
We went and did an escape the room.
No, do it day by day. What happened on the Friday?
I turned up. And...
Me and Kat were recovering from being sick.
Yep. So you had your friend down, because that's what people do when they're ill. They get more people to come and get ill.
Exactly. Makes sense. You got to spread the love.
Then you're splitting the illness.
Right, and it's like that saying, a problem halved.
Exactly.
Or
is
problem...
It gone?
No.
Wait, sorry.
Right.
Yeah, what is the end to that?
A problem shared is a problem halved.
There we go. I said yes, but I had never heard that saying before.
Have you not?
No, I think I've heard it the proper way.
Oh,
but
right,
when you said it the weird way, my brain was just like, yeah, sure, fucking agree.
Yeah. Oh, it's so hot in this room, Jack, honestly.
Rub the ice lolly on yourself.
No, it'll get too sticky, but this was a good idea, getting the ice lolly.
Take your shirt off, Liam.
Done?
Just rub the ice lolly on your chest.
Okay.
Focus on the nipples. And then take some photos.
Yeah.
And sell them online.
Sell them?
Yeah.
Who's going to pay for that?
Some of the listeners, probably.
If they ask nicely, they can just get it sent to them.
On Friday, Liam.
Yeah.
You were ill and recovering.
Recovering. I was desperately taking Lemsip because I didn't want to miss out on the non-refundable Escape the Room tickets.
Yep, that's fair enough. And then we watched... Was it Friday we watched Logan?
Yeah.
We watched Logan in the noir version.
Which basically just means it's black and white.
Yeah, which I don't think detract a huge amount.
No, it's just the film.
That sounds like I was expecting it to. Like I was excited because I was like, oh, maybe it'll be really cool, but it didn't add anything either. It was sort of just a weird.
I definitely prefer the colour version to the black.
Yeah.
Dribbling sticky on my fingers. It's all gone wrong. So.
Oh fuck! It's on my shirt as well. Should have taken it off.
Sorry. What were you saying?
I hope you know that's all staying in.
I was
You're like
too
a
slow
fucking
eating
child.
it. What?
Nothing.
Right.
Oh my god! What are you done? What's happening?
No, entertain the listeners. I'm going to just proper chow down on this and stop it from dribbling.
Fuck's sake! Yeah, so we watched Logan in noir, in black and white, and it's like the film holds up. Is I think the important thing. Like I still love Logan and think it's the best. It's easily the best X-Man film.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. Although I do like X2, so that's like a close second for me.
Yeah, I know you love X2, but Logan's just so well done, and the fact that it's Wolverine's always been held back by the ratings they give the films.
Yeah, he has.
I don't think they should. I don't think they should have made X-Men a higher age rating because.
Well, no, but like you get a little glimpse of what would have happened if they had in this film. I feel because you see some of the kid mutants use their powers, and some of their powers are very much like, oh, that's Storm, that's this X-Men sort of thing. So you get a little glimpse of what it would have looked like if they had have not had that age restraint.
Yeah. But also, like, the whole X-Man thing is they don't want to kill people. Like, Charles Xavier's big deal is not killing.
Yeah.
And, like, that's such a core premise of X-Men. I know Wolverine is, the one that is going to break that, and does.
Yeah, he does.
But it wouldn't have made sense to have the first original films be like, and then they just murder some fools. Do you want me to just talk over the bits where you start dribbling ice cream on yourself? Sorry, lollipop.
It all fell in my mouth and it's really cold.
Okay. So we did that. That was good. We all enjoyed that. Liam liked it.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as the colour version, but it was alright, it's good still.
Yeah, I think you lose some of the...
sunsets. Those
final scenes in the mountains.
Yeah.
I think it did help. The scene it did help with, for me, was the... there's a scene where they're driving through Vegas, and that in black and white looked so cool and
That's
noir.
True. Yeah.
Like,
I've just got to wash my hands. Awesome. Carry on entertaining the listeners.
Yeah, I am, mate. Have you actually left? He has, yeah. So, listeners, it's just me and you. I don't really know what to say. This episode's, it's feeling like a bit of a weird one because, usually us hosts do better than eating on mic and sort of titting about. But as you can see, Liam has immediately broken that rule and spilt ice cream down his hands like a fucking toddler.
Now, I can only assume what Jack has been saying while I've been away, and none of it's true.
Well, I'm leaving in the bit where you spilt lollipop down yourself, Liam, and what I told the listeners was you spilt lollipop down yourself like a fucking toddler. So,
okay, so that might be true. Look, it's very hot in this room. I've got a window open. It's not helping. I can't have the fan on because the microphone picks it up. You know, hashtag podcasting problems.
Yeah,
I thought,
right, yeah.
to try and cool down, I have an ice lolly. Then we were faffing around getting everything set up, and by the time I could actually start properly eating it, it had already started melting and dribbling all over me. Which, if anything, is a testament to how hot it is in this room.
Sure.
Back to your weekend, Jack. People don't care about me eating ice lollies.
They don't. So, after Friday comes Saturday.
Correct.
In case the listeners weren't aware of that.
How old do you think our listeners are? Because if they're not
honestly,
aware of that, maybe
what
shouldn't
happens on this
listen.
podcast, Liam, is I start talking. Like, this is how I usually am, is I start talking, and my brain sort of knows vaguely what the sentence needs to be, but doesn't know the words, so it just throws out some words that might help.
Okay.
And sometimes they don't, Liam.
Fair enough.
So Saturday came.
Of course.
We awoke on a Saturday. And
quite early for you.
Yeah, unusually. I think the latest time I've ever woken up at yours, Liam, was 5 p.m.
Yeah.
one day.
And this is now the earliest.
Yeah, I woke up at 10, but then I sort of lay in bed for a little bit.
Yeah.
As I am wont to do.
Yes. While I was, getting ready, having a shower.
Well, you say that, Liam. You did frustrate your girlfriend somewhat.
Yeah, that always happens though, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, I can see why.
What do you mean?
Because we all agreed a time to leave.
And what time did we leave?
We left just on time.
There we go then.
Which is stressful. It's stressful because I'm like Kat. Like if I agree with someone that I'm leaving at past, say,
Yeah.
I want them ready by like 20 past, 25 past.
But why? Then
Like putting on shoes is fine, that sort of thing. Like little things are fine.
Yeah.
But you had left pooing to the last minute, and you were like right up against that line.
Yeah, but I made it.
You did just.
This is what I like to live my life. I don't like any precious second to be wasted. So I try and if someone says to me, "Oh, you've got to do this thing by this time," I will kind of make sure I'm doing it up until the deadline, if that makes sense.
Got you. So your sort of desire to use all your time efficiently, is that why we walked sort of halfway across Portsmouth to the wrong place?
Yeah. I mean, that was an innocent mistake that wasn't just made by me.
No, that was you and Kat.
Yeah.
I blame you both. We got there on time. It didn't matter. We didn't escape the room.
We did. We escaped. No, that's spoilers. Did we escape the room?
Yeah, we did.
Hey.
We escaped with what, 45 seconds to go?
No, 14.
Okay.
14 seconds.
Yeah, we were cutting that line very fine. That's not a saying. Listeners, I'm so tired. I don't know what's happening.
Honestly, Jack, I'm just saying that's just perfect. Another example of me trying to push it to that very deadline,
Yeah. I think, how would you describe us as a team? Because I imagine the listeners are hearing this and they're thinking, Jack and Liam.
Oh, God, could you imagine them trying to work together?
Exactly.
They're
We had
probably-
Kat.
We had we had Kat.
Middle ground. She could have held the team together. How do you think we worked as a team, Liam?
Okay. I think we all brought an individual skill that in the end kind of did benefit the team. No, I think we did a lot of good teamwork. I was surprised.
I agree.
Yeah,
I wasn't trying to trick you into falling into a trap where I was like, we were shit.
Yeah,
we were good.
Because Kat was a bit worried before going. She was like, "Oh, I'm just going to be useless at this sort of thing." But she definitely, everyone had their moment to shine.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain the rough premise of an escape room in case anyone's like, the fuck are they talking about?
Our one was a little bit different, but the sort of I'll explain. Our one was we had a series of clues.
Yeah.
That opened these combination locked doors on a wall.
Yeah.
Each one that we opened gave us another clue, which would give us the next combination lock code and would have a sort of clue to tell us which door it was.
Okay, yeah.
And we had to solve a certain number, because we thought it was going to be all 22? No, 21.
Yeah, there was 20 or so,
But it didn't
boxes.
end up being that, did it? Because
No, it didn't. It was
some went unopened.
I think it was 16, 17 in the end.
Yeah, so it was sort of a bit of a trick, I think.
Yeah, no, I definitely, because I was kind of... We were getting to the stage, right, where I was just kind of giving up, because it was we've got 8 minutes left.
Yes.
And we're on, box 15.
Yeah, I turned to Kat at 5 minutes and said, "We've got 5 minutes. We're not going to do this." And Kat was like, "Oh, okay. Should we just stop?" And I was like, "Oh no, I think we should keep trying." Which I'm glad I did say that because it turned out we were like 2 clues away from the end.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, so yeah, and you know, like you say, Liam, we all had our moments. We all sort of solved puzzles.
Yeah.
So, some of them we even worked together to solve.
I definitely think like I did well at the start. I was figuring shit out and I was like putting the team together and I set us off on the right foot. And then after like maybe the 3rd or 4th puzzle, my brain went, "You've done enough, mate."
I don't think you can steal all the credit. I did find the first clue.
Sort of. I think we definitely worked together on
no,
that.
No, no, we didn't. I found that first clue.
How did you find it?
Do you remember? Well, because one of the doors started open.
Yeah.
And we spent 4 minutes of our time standing in the room being like, "What do we do?" And then I walked over and picked up the clue and was like, "Oh, this door was just open."
Yeah, okay, so there's that.
So I'm taking a little bit of the credit.
Yeah, but then...
I just don't want everyone to think you were like, you know, guiding us solo through 4 puzzles.
No. After that first bit, it was when I sort of took over and was like, "Oh god, they're going to
I don't know if you took over. You definitely helped. I'm not saying
Yeah.
you didn't, like, solve some of them.
Yeah, no, but all I'm saying is, like, after maybe the 4th one was when I was just like, I'm pretty much done here. And I maybe helped a little bit here and there, but that was, like, my strongest moment was the first maybe 10 minutes.
I think you're doing yourself a disservice.
Okay, I'll take that.
There were a couple that you were maybe
the
not wrong on.
xylophone one, I just didn't...
The xylophone one, the xylophone one, you didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Just for everyone that's aware, like, each of the boxes had, like, a little clue in that would give you the... So the boxes had combination locks on, and you had to basically figure out what the next box to open was and what the combination was. And each box would have a little clue, and sometimes it would be like a clue from a box like 3 or 4 boxes ago is what you needed for the next one. So it was kind of like there was lots to take in.
Yeah,
it was good though.
It was really good.
It was fun.
And sorry, what were you going to say?
I thought it was a lot of fun.
It was, yeah. And I think it was, the lady said when we left, she said it was a 33% clear rate.
Yeah, escape rate.
And that usually people don't recommend that room for beginners. So the fact that it was our first escape the room, I was a little bit proud.
Yeah, I'd be up for doing another one.
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah, like I saw there was one in London. Do you remember I sent it to you and Dan? A Zelda one.
Yeah,
that would have been good. But yeah,
been.
I'd be up for doing more of them.
Yeah, I know because we sort of agreed we had sort of a really good number for that one.
Like
but
3
I think
people.
I think I would like to try one with more people. I know it's just going to make it more nightmarish, but I kind of enjoy that aspect of it. The sort of
I think one more person would be manageable.
No, I think we go full 6.
I don't think we know 6.
I don't want it to be manageable. I like when everyone's arguing and falling out.
Yeah, that's weird. I like that we actually completed it and got out of the room in time. Because if you think, like, if you didn't do it, you'd be like, "Oh, we didn't do it." But for the way I am, with my stupid completionist nature, I'd be like, I want to go back and try again.
I'm surprised you weren't looking for like Easter eggs and stuff.
Well, I didn't think there'd be any of those around. But yeah, I would have been a bit bummed out if we hadn't have completed it, and I would have just been like, I wonder what we've missed out on, like what puzzles were that we didn't get to see.
Well, that's fair.
So, but I had a good time, and then Saturday night, what did we do then?
We went to Muchos Nachos.
Sorry, before that we did some bowling, didn't we?
Oh, we did.
You did well.
I did well on the first game.
Then I just absolutely calm and fucking stormed it.
Yeah, you don't know what you did. Well, you know, but every time you did get a lot of strikes, and you got 3 in a row at one point. So
3 in a row followed by a spare.
Yeah, and then, but every time you were getting them, you were turning to look at us with this look of like, I don't think I should be doing this.
Yeah, it was weird in that, like, normally when I bowl, it's all over the place. Like, I'll bowl a strike followed immediately by like a gutter ball, and there's no consistency. But I sort of figured what I was doing, and it was basically, it was all about when I was letting go of the ball, because normally I sort of let go and the ball like slams into the floor and then rolls.
Which isn't good.
Whereas this time I was more just like sliding the ball along the floor.
Yeah.
And that's what was kind of working for me, and it was just it was crazy, and I've honestly never bowled that good in my entire life.
It was very impressive, Liam.
I was really pleased. And then we went to Muchos Nachos.
Then we went to Muchos Nachos.
And you got to see your little waitress friend.
I don't know. Yeah.
What?
Stop trying to set me up with a waitress in Portsmouth.
It's not Portsmouth.
It's Chichester, sorry.
Yeah, and what's wrong with that? It just means we'd get
It's
to see
too far
you more.
away.
It's an like hour plus drive.
Yeah.
that's worth it for a bit of the hanky panky, surely.
No, let's move on.
So you wouldn't put an hour drive in to get a bit of sex?
No, not for sex.
What would you put an hour drive in for?
Like a relationship.
What about sex and Mexican food?
Oh yeah, chugging the Mexican food. If I get the Mexican food for free, then yeah, add a couple of those Jack Daniel Tennessee long iced teas or whatever.
Yeah. There we go. Now we're talking, right?
All right, sorry, I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, no, I'm in.
Yeah, cool. So next time you're going to maybe tell her your name, right?
Sure. No,
I think she liked serving us because she kept coming over and trying to like ply us.
We
with
were the
more
only
alcohol.
customers they had.
Yeah.
That's not. It wasn't her liking us.
I don't know about that. She definitely seemed to be trying to get you drunk.
I don't think she was. I think she just thinks I'm an alcoholic.
Okay, maybe.
Anyway, that was the weekend.
Yeah. But what I'm really curious about, Jack, is what you did the weekend before.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Jesus. I totally blanked.
It's a good job one of us is switched on, right?
It is. I went to Madrid.
That's a pretty big deal.
It is, and I'd forgotten.
Like, all those Spanish
Yes.
women.
Well, sure. That's not why we went.
Yeah, it is. You went on like a lads on tour holiday.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. I saw a lot of the tweets and stuff, and
Yeah.
a lot of hashtags that was just like up to our nuts and guts, and
Oh, that's disgusting, Liam.
I mean, you were the guys that were
Not even
using
because of
these...
who I was with. That's just a disgusting hashtag.
You were the guys using it. It was all like lads on tour, hashtag 2017. Watch out,
Well, that
ladies.
one's less bad than up
Lock
to our
up your
nuts and guts.
daughters and mothers.
No.
What?
I went to Mad Cool Festival, Liam.
You did, where someone died.
Yeah.
Just to put a damper on it.
No, I did. I did want to bring that up because
Yeah.
it's like a weird thing.
What, death?
No. So I didn't. So I don't like. It was in the news in England because the man's partner was English.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that
So-
that was, like, I don't really my only news source is
Yeah,
Philip
no, I know.
DeFranco, and he covered it.
Yeah. So it was in quite a lot of the English newspapers and got mentioned. So a few people over here probably do know, and I don't know if other people across the world will have heard. But this guy was doing a like acrobatic performance.
It's like 100 feet up, right?
Yeah, hanging from a crane basically in
Yeah.
a glass box, and then he fell.
Oh, no.
And so we didn't see it. I was with my dad and Chuck,
Yeah,
my dad's mate.
Canadian.
We had gone to get food.
Yeah.
We saw the start of it, and then we did. I didn't even realise it was live. I thought it was like them just playing a video on the screens.
Okay.
And we hadn't eaten all day, so we were like, right, let's go get food.
Yeah.
While we wait for a band.
Yeah.
And then so we'd gone. When we came back, a guy said to us, because we were talking, and we were like, oh, everything's delayed. We thought we'd missed the start of Green Day, and we were like, oh, why weird that they aren't on yet.
Yeah.
And this guy in front of us, who looked like pretty fucking shocked, was
Yeah.
like, oh, you didn't hear? This dude just fell, and they showed it on the screens. Like, a cameraman had clearly tracked him down.
Why would you do that?
I think, so my logic to that is, the cameraman, because apparently a lot of people thought it was part of the show, like,
Right, okay, got
because,
you.
usually that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people thought it was part of the show until he hit the ground,
Yeah.
which is pretty bad. So I assume the cameraman had tracked it, not realising, or just instinctively had been like, oh, this is part of it, follow it.
Yeah.
So they quickly cut the feed and delayed everything by half an hour. But the festival, didn't announce anything about it that night.
Yeah.
So even after this guy had told us, we were quite drunk at that point. So I didn't realise he had died until we got back to the hotel. I was like, oh, maybe this guy's just hurt, not putting, the big fall together.
Yeah. Like, that's a big old drop.
Yeah, that's quite a big drop. Not likely, Yeah.
People have survived from...
They have.
Yeah, so...
But yeah. But apparently they didn't tell the band. So Green Day played just the regular set.
Yeah, which starts
And
with,
apparently people walked out
Bohemian
and
Rhapsody,
were...
doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So,
So people walked out. People tweeted Green Day saying, "You're disgusting. Why would you play this? Why would you play after that happened?"
Yeah.
And then the next day they said, "Well, we weren't told. We've only just found out. Like, we came off stage and someone told us."
Yeah. Did
So,
they, because you went to see Green Day on the last episode as well, did they do the whole get someone on stage and have them play guitar again?
Yes, yeah, they did.
Did that person then get to keep the guitar?
Oh, you know what? They got someone on stage, but then they got another band that was at the fest. So they did they got a guy on stage, and he played something. They gave him an instrument to play, and then they sort of did this weird, like, oh, does anyone know bass?
Yeah.
Oh, you do, and then they got on one of the other bands from the festival, like came on stage with them.
Right.
But then
okay.
they gave the one guy who wasn't part of the band, who was an actual lit person, they gave him the guitar.
Okay, that's good to give it to an actual person.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of, it would have been weird if he gave it to the other band.
Yeah.
Because they'd have been like, we don't need this.
Fair enough. But Madrid, so I imagine lots of women in bikinis, lovely sun. Yeah?
No, Liam.
No?
It pissed down with rain for the first 2 days we were there.
Oh. That's
Like,
not
I'm
good.
talking torrential rain.
Oh dear.
Their underground system got flooded on like 3 of the lines.
That doesn't sound fun.
No, it wasn't.
Oh dear.
I mean, the good thing was whenever it stopped raining, because even when it wasn't raining and the sun was gone, it was still, relatively warm.
Mm.
So you dried it off quickly.
Yeah, yeah.
But, like, just the fact that we'd gone to Madrid to go to a festival, people were like, oh, we want to get away from the British festivals and their shitty weather.
Like
And we got
Glastonbury,
shitty weather.
famously.
Yes, muddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, Liam.
Oh dear.
But other than that, Madrid was good. Oh, my flight got cancelled on the way back.
Oh, that sounds a bit annoying.
Yep, it was shit.
Oh dear.
Other than that, Liam, Madrid was fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't sound... Like, you haven't made me feel like, oh, maybe next time I'll go to this festival. Like, you
Oh
haven't
no,
really sold it to me.
I'm never going back to Mad Cool
Okay. And
because of the death thing
right, okay.
and the way they dealt with it. It felt really shitty to me. I just want to make that clear. Like, what they did was scummy.
But, because, like, so did you see their justification for why they did it that way?
Yes.
And did you not think that was good justification?
Not particularly. Not even that. Right. So their reasoning for not cancelling the show that night
Yeah.
was that the that the police had told them it will cause an issue with all the people being kicked out at once.
Yeah, there might be a bit of a
Right.
a riot
That's
or so.
understandable, and I understand that. But not telling the band
Okay.
is shit
Yeah.
because it just made Green Day look really bad.
Yeah.
Like, I think Mad Cool will lose a bunch of headliners that they could have had just because of that.
Okay.
Band's been like, well, if you won't tell us that, how can we trust you to do anything right for
Yeah.
us?
Fair enough.
And then the fact that, like, afterwards, they didn't... One of the tweets, they didn't use the guy's name in one of their apologies. And it was just all these little things that I was like, oh, you're just coming across like some really scummy people.
That's not good. So was it like an option to camp there, but you guys chose to stay in a hotel?
No, they have no camping.
So it's all hotels.
Everyone stays in hotels.
So I imagine, like, right, this is how I would imagine this to go. So you got a fun day of, like, listening to music and, you got the sun and the bikinis and everything, of course. Then you go back to the hotel, you're in the hotel bar and, you're there, you spot a little cutie across the room in a tight little skirt, you sort of sidle over, spend the night, with her, and then the next day you do it all again, and entirely new woman, and is that sort of how it plays out?
No.
Oh.
Because the festival doesn't start till 6 p.m.
Right.
So by the time you get back to the hotel, it's like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
and you're fucking drunk as shit.
So no one stayed at the hotel bar?
There wasn't a hotel bar. Our hotel was under renovation.
Oh, that's a bit shit.
But even then, like, you haven't been to festival. This is the thing, Liam. All your weird fantasies are based on these ideas of things you haven't done.
Yeah.
So, like, they're wrong, usually. Like,
sometimes.
Traditionally, the audience at festivals are not, 26 to, what's my dad's age, 57-year-old people. They tend to be younger. And I don't know about you, Liam, but I actually like not, having people not be like, what a creepy old man perving on all the young teenagers.
Wait,
And by
they
young
say that
teenagers,
to you?
I mean 18, because 18-year-olds seem way too young.
To you?
To most people.
No, but you
You're
you said,
30, Liam.
You said, like,
Picture
no, I'm
this.
not. No, I'm
Picture
not.
30-year-old
I'm not.
Liam.
But I'm not.
Round up. 30-year-old Liam.
29-year-old Liam, still in his 20s.
Cat dumps you.
In his 20s, Liam.
Cat dumps you, Liam.
Yeah, she wises up.
Yeah, she realises. She goes, Jesus Christ.
This is too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ask her, you go, Cat, was I a naughty boy earlier? And she goes, yeah, I'm dumping you.
Right, okay.
And then you go out to
Yeah.
a club.
Oh,
I
yes.
don't go with you because I've realised that we're too old for clubbing, but you go.
Yeah. We're not too old for clubbing, that's ridiculous.
So you go, and you meet a young 18-year-old girl.
Okay.
She's going to uni at the University of Portsmouth, Liam.
Okay.
She's into films.
Yeah?
And she says to you, let's hook up.
Yeah.
Do you think that's okay?
What do you mean?
Well, you're 30 and she's 18.
29, but yeah, okay. She says let's hook up, so like no strings attached, just like
Yeah, she doesn't want a relationship.
just sling it up her, done, never see her again.
Sure.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I realised I'd asked you the wrong question when you said sling it up her, and I went, oh yeah, I forgot that Liam's a disgusting human being.
I mean, it's all good. It's legals. There's no. She's consented. I don't see what's wrong.
This conversation's going nowhere. I think it's time for Liam's favourite part of the show. This is what Liam has done this week.
Oh wait, before that? No, after that. Or before? Before.
Oh,
I did
yeah.
some other stuff, Jack.
Oh yeah, what have you been doing, Liam?
I played. You know, last time we did like a first impressions of Crash Bandicoot.
Yep.
I carried on playing it and I platinumed the first game.
Right.
Which, just for listeners who maybe aren't aware, basically means I completed it to the best of my ability.
I mean, you haven't, because the game, to get the platinum,
Yeah.
do you have to, because there's a percentage on Crash Bandicoot itself, right?
Yeah.
And that goes above 100,
Yeah.
confusingly.
Yeah. Goes to 102.
To get the platinum, do you have to get that
Yeah,
to its
100,
maximum?
102%.
Okay, so you cool, yeah. That's why I was just checking, because I wasn't sure if there was like other things you might be able to do that didn't give you trophies or anything.
It's possible, I think, that you might be able to get to 103%.
Oh, okay.
And that's basically the time trials. So if you get all of the gems and stuff... so for anyone listening, if you're not aware of Crash Bandicoot, you basically run around these levels. There's boxes. If you break all of the boxes, you're rewarded with a gem. Do that on all levels, you get like 26 gems, and that's 100% complete. Then you can go back and do time trials and try and beat the time that the game sets. Depending on how well you do, there's like 3 different levels. There's I think Sapphire, Gold, and then Platinum.
Yeah.
To get the like Platinum trophy for the game, you just have to get Gold on all the time trials, and that will get you 102%.
Got you.
You might get 103% if you then go and get Platinum on all the time trials.
Right.
But that's just ludicrous.
Yeah, 100%.
Like the gold was difficult enough. It took hours and hours of practice. Kat was livid. There was a day where I think she wanted to go like food shopping or something. And she was like, "Yeah, let's just go early and get it done." And then I started this level, and maybe like 2+ hours later, I still hadn't quite finished it. And the thing is, like with these levels, they're often quite short. So this level probably to get the gold relic had to complete it in maybe like 1 minute and 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So you think 2 hours of essentially trying to do something that should take 1 minute and 10 seconds.
Yeah, no, they're fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, Kat was not happy. And it honestly got to the point where she was like, if you're not ready by this time, we've got a huge issue on our hands. I was like, I'm going to have one more try. And I did it. And I was so happy. It was like the best moment of my entire weekend. But the other thing is, right, when you're like in the zone and you've been doing it that many times, it becomes like, what's the word? Like second nature.
Yeah, like muscle memory.
Yeah, exactly. And I didn't want to then fuck off out shopping and come back and probably have to spend like another hour getting to the point that I've already spent 2 hours getting to. So I did it anyway, and yeah. So to follow up on our review last time, it is a good game. It is just incredibly frustrating, particularly if you want to get all the trophies.
Yeah, was it you that told me the second game's supposedly easier?
Yeah, apparently, but I haven't played that. I went and played something else.
Yeah, you're taking a break from it before you go and do it.
Yeah, exactly. Just because I had other games and I've got a little system that I'm working on.
Yeah, that's fair enough.